Welcome back. My name's Heather and this is Willy Willy Sheep, which is a channel all about cross stitch. I haven't been here, this I think is 3 weeks since my last video, so I've a wee bit to show you. I actually didn't get an awful lot of stitching done, but we'll get to that. So I hope you've all been well and you've all had plenty of stitchy time. Again, a different spot. I'm sort of hoping to do it here from now on. This is my stitchy spot. Although I have to say I've had to turn the seat and do a wee bit just because of lighting. It is dull today. I was going to say very dull, but it sort of goes, it's bright and then the next thing it's absolutely lashing. So it's actually Saturday the 13th of September. I always forget that. So we are rightly into September now, almost halfway. I haven't done a Flosstube in September, I don't think. I think, as I say, it was 3 weeks, I think, since my last one. I just wasn't feeling well, haven't been feeling great this past few weeks, so I just took time out and there was a little bit of sleeping done and a little bit of not very much else. So that has helped. Got the hair did, so that has brightened me up a little bit. But no, other than that, because I'm in my stitchy spot, hopefully not, because they're usually good that way, but the dogs are in the next room, so they might bark and you might hear that. One is significantly louder than the other, so you have been warned, but they're in the other room, so I shouldn't get bombarded or anything, because if they were in here they would be on my head. They would be on my head. Right, I'm sort of looking here because I've just sort of piled everything up and I don't really know what I'm doing. You'd think I would by now, but I don't. Right, flying by the seat of my pants. Well, I think we'll start. No particular order, I don't think. No, I'll start with this one. This is just on top and this is the one that I have been working on. I actually only worked on it Thursday night. I didn't do any stitching last night, which was Friday night. So there's very little added to this one. So, oh, sorry, I'll show you the picture first. So it is a Bothy Threads kit and it's New England Homes and it's the fall. So that's it there. I have lights on, so there might be a wee little bit of a glare, but hopefully not too much. That is it there. Lovely fall and a beautiful home. I think I've said before there was different ones. I got this off Vinted and their girl must have been selling a couple of different kits and it was a flip of the coin, so I went for the fall bottom one. So this is how far I have got so far. So I had this all and a bit of the roof, so I sort of have went up here and I've started to fill in a bit of the colour there. So that is how far I've gotten it. I enjoy that. It's just on plain white Ada. I had 16 count. As I say, it's Bothy Threads kit, so it's all their stuff. And it's lovely to work on. Yeah, it's really nice and I do like it and I will probably be working on it today. So that is how far I've got on it. But I enjoy it, and because at the minute what have I to show? Yeah, the rest are all just one thread over one, or one for Ada. So this one I'm using 2 threads, so it's a little bit thicker. The stitches stand out a little bit more. It's nice that way. So that is number 1. I have in total 4. With the caveat being I spent a lot of time on one of them. So that was that. Next up is Witch's Training Academy, always say it wrong, by Barrick. I am doing it as part of Thistle and Thread Sal I'll put the name of the sal along the bottom because I cannot remember it. I meant to actually look that up before I started this, and obviously I didn't. But no, I'm doing it as part of that sal. So I worked on it maybe about a week. So I've got a good wee bit done, and I hope to get back to this maybe this incoming week. This could be sort of a month of more repeat of what, there'll maybe not be a lot of variation in what I stitch this month, because I have this one to do for the sal, and I do actually being stitching on it, I've always enjoyed it, but I've sort of found that I really do enjoy it. So and then there's another one I need to show you, and I love working on it too. So anyway, we'll get on and show you. So that is how far I am on it, and I am, as I say, absolutely loving it. The witches and the bats, there are loads and loads of bats, well, you see from the picture I put up at the start. So I've made it over I don't think I had that witch. If I had that witch, I definitely didn't have her finished. She wasn't finished either. The majority of her was done, but she wasn't finished. So her broom and stuff has got done, and up here, and the moon's got finished. And there was all these bats here that got done. Even possibly these ones down here got done. So I am more than happy with how she's coming on. I would love to get this done. We are mid-September. Let me just have a little look at the pattern just to refresh my mind on what is left to do. There are 2 witches, 2 more witches, 3 more witches actually, a cat, and quite... No, I may be being optimistic. Yeah, I think I'm maybe being optimistic with it. But I was sort of maybe saying I would hope to have it done by Halloween, but I don't think I will have, if I'll be honest. But whenever she's done, she's done. But I love her. I think it is brilliant. But I love Kathy Barrick. Love her stuff. I actually have... This is just, sorry, popping into my head. I have Kathy Barrick's Phases of the Moon. I can't remember the thing, but it's like Phases of the Moon 2022. And I keep going to start it, and I would love to start a sale of it. If anybody's interested, if you're interested, let me know. I was going to do it for my birthday, because I think actually my birthday fell... It was like a day either side of a full moon, something like that. Anyway, my birthday come and went. My birthday's in June, so that's long gone. I actually had thought of it to start it last January too. Before that, didn't do it. Obviously didn't do it my birthday. So possibly maybe start it. I haven't even looked. This is me just thinking out loud. Starting in the new year, January in the new year, first full moon, something like that there. I don't even know when the first full moon is in January, so it could be the 1st of January for all I know. But let me know what you think. If you'd be interested, and we could maybe do a wee sale. I say stitch along, it really would be a start along. There would be no pressure of stitching. The way I sort of look at it is maybe stitch on it a day before, the day of, and the day after the full moon. But that would be my rules for me. You could do whatever you wanted to do on it. But let me know if you'd be interested. And we'll see, we'll go from there. But at the minute, we have Witches Training Academy, and that's where we are with that one. Right, on to the next one. Now, rattled you a bit there. If you've watched any of my previous Flosstubes, if you haven't, go check them out. And also, whenever I remember, please, if you could hit the like button. And if you are enjoying what you're seeing, if you could subscribe as well. Costs nothing, absolutely nothing. It just helps me if you like and subscribe. And also I noticed on other people's videos, when they say, if you're watching it on a computer, I don't know about anything else, but whenever you say click the like button actually lights up now. It'll light up. I don't know, I only noticed it on my computer because while I'm working from home I usually have the computer on and just something in the background, and I noticed that one day. So if you do watch on your computer, keep a wee eye out for that. Right, next one I worked on. Now I did quite a bit, it'll not look like it, but I have done quite a bit on it. And it is the Shitz Creek Sampler by Boomerang Stitches, Amity and Boomerang Stitches. It is the most brilliantest. I love working on it. And this is how far I've got. So that is it. So you'll see I've still quite a bit to go, but I'm getting there. This is an 18 count Ada, and it's 1/1. So that is how far I've got with it. On this one, I had a little bit of the D of Rosebud done, but I done all that there. Which, believe it or not, is 1461 stitches. I couldn't believe it. I was looking this up I was actually looking it for another pattern then. I thought, oh, I must, because although I don't have this in Pattern Keeper, I do keep track of the stitches, or well, I have started to keep track of the stitches. So in August, which is when I stitched on this, or done this part, it was 1,461 stitches. So I couldn't believe that, to be honest. Maybe at the time when I was stitching it I could believe it, but I couldn't believe it when I was looking at the numbers today. So I absolutely adore this. Absolutely adore it. So I'm getting on rightly with it. Again, it's another one I want to pull out more, but the postman has arrived and he might have brought threads that I need. I could rugby tackle him at the minute, and it's my own fault. It's my own fault. I'll get to that in a wee minute. So now where was that? Yeah, love this here. Love it. And it's another one that I could quite easily stitch on all the time. But if I did that, I wouldn't have very much to show you. But that is the edge where those stitches come out at. That's the top edge, and that's this edge coming down. So we're getting, I can't remember, that would be, I think that was 1 page, and then this is 2 pages. So there's 6 pages in all. So that is that, which is brilliant. Please nothing fall, because if you do, I'm going to cry. Right, so this is the last thing I've stitched on. As I say, I haven't stitched very much over the last few weeks. I've sort of picked out stuff that I enjoy stitching on, and I've just kept stitching until I've sort of went, okay, I want to move on to something else. So this one that is going to fall, so I'm going to set that down there. This is Winter City, and it's by Carla Gerard, and it has been charted by Stitches So Beautiful. I absolutely adore this, and I could stitch in this literally every night, which I have done. I started the Bothy one on Thursday night, so I'd stitched up to it on the Wednesday night. I'd even done morning stitching on it, which is like, I don't really worry about morning stitching because I don't have that much time, but I've actually been doing even morning stitching on it, so that's how much I love it. But yes, I'll show you it, and then there's a few things I want to talk to you about it. So that is how far, I hope that is getting that all in for you. That is how far I have got so far. And it is amazing. I absolutely love it. do hope you're seeing that and it's not too far away either. This is full coverage. It is on 20 count Ada. It's the DMC colours. And because it's full coverage, there is, and the size of it, there is quite a bit of fabric. So just a few wee things I have discovered over the past wee while. I have started to watch Slow Stitch Yogi. I haven't caught her live. She does a live, I'm going to say every night. There might be one night a week she doesn't, I'm not sure, but basically near enough every night she's on YouTube. She does a live. It's anywhere, it could be 2.5, 3.5 hours long. I haven't unfortunately been able to catch her, but I watch the them whenever they're loaded up normally. I'll set this down a wee second. So no, if you're into full coverage, I would highly recommend you go and watch her. It is just a stream, so it's not like sitting down now and being able to go, right, tip 1 do this, tip 2 do that. But it's as she's talking, and in her chat topics will come up, and between her and her chat they come up with different ideas, stuff you haven't maybe thought of. People are maybe asking, she does just full coverage, so people are maybe asking her questions about what method she uses, what she does with her fabric, her storage, stuff like that. And I've got different ideas just by watching a few of her videos, which has been great. And it's actually made me enjoy this so much more. Enjoyed it before, but as I say, I haven't been able to put it down. One of the things that she said, now I have noticed, I think it was my old sofa, with having animals jumping up around. I say animals, I do have 2 cats and 2 dogs. The sofa, no matter what, it was going to get dusty dirty. I cleaned it, everything, it's still going to get dusty dirty. And I was starting to notice some of my bigger charts, especially if it was white Ada or white fabric, well, white Ada, there was marks starting to get on. And I was like, why, where's this? My hands aren't dirty when I'm using it or anything. And I was actually realising it was pulling it back and forward over the arm of the chair. And it was just a dusty mark, but it wouldn't come off. So somebody asked her what she does with the excess fabric. And I have took on what she said, and it's brilliant. So this is really big. So what she does is she curls the fabric round in the opposite direction. So if you're right-handed, you want to curl it up over. If you were, you could curl it down, depending, it's up to you, whatever's handy. She also, if you have a lot of fabric up here, I actually have them, and I meant to lift them out, but the like teethed hair that you put in your hair to keep, if you have long hair, to keep it up, like the clawed thing, I don't know what you call them. She uses them for holding the fabric. You've maybe seen other people using them, but the main thing to keep the fabric that you're not using, the excess fabric that you're not using, is to put it into a drawstring bag. So that is what I have done. I just gather it up under the hip and I put it into a drawstring bag, and that is just to hold it, so I'm not having to pull the drawstring really tight on it. I don't want to squeeze it all together. But that is what I used. Now I only bought one of these. This is off Amazon. It is a cotton drawstring bag. I would say people buy them for crafts, and I think it was $3.99. So that's what I use there. If you're doing full coverage and you don't know what to do with your excess fabric, and I have to say that has been a game changer. Even it keeps it all together, and you're not fighting with it when you're trying to get your hands around. So that's that. As I say, I stitched on this quite a lot. I would say near enough for a week. Now I was checking and I sort of went, that doesn't look right, the amount of stitches, but when I thought about it, no, it is right. And I just done just over 1200 stitches on it in that sort of week, which took up quite a bit of this here. The one thing I will say is there's a lot of confetti. There's sort of, this isn't too bad out here. See that chimney? Oh my goodness, there's about 20 colours in that chimney already. But that was another thing I wanted to say. I started this, personally for me, I started this wrong. And I just thought, there's 80, is there 87 colours in this one? I'm not 100, so it's about 80, 90 colours in it. And I just thought, I'm going to buy the colours for page 1 and then I'll buy the colours as I need as I go on. But I'm finding now, that was great for page 1 because there wasn't that many, there was a few colours, but there wasn't that many needed. But now when I got in, there is a lot of confetti starting, especially the chimney and the sun as well. This here, there's a lot of confetti. And I would have went through and clicked on, I'm using Pattern Keeper for this. I'd have clicked on it and went, right, okay, I need that colour, that colour. Now what happened this week with the chimney is I went through it, need that colour, read a list thinking I had them all. They came, I got them actually from CXC Crafty Threads, I think. I'll put the name down. She's very, very good. Got them, came from her, stitched, got them all bobbinated, put them away and started stitching, and somehow I had missed different threads and I do not know how. So I had to order another 12 different colours just to finish this wee tiny bit off here, and that's what's come today. Hopefully that's what's come today. I haven't actually checked yet. So definitely when I start my next full coverage, I'm going to keep a better check on the threads. Either one, I'll just save up and order all the threads in one go that I need, even if it's just one of every colour. Or two, print out a list of the threads that's needed and mark them off as I get them. I don't know, but that was frustrating because I was in full flow of doing it, and then I was like, I don't have that colour, and I had to start writing a list and make another order. But anyway, they're here now and they'll get done. So that is all the stitching I have done. I've sort of blabbered on that I don't actually know what I've told you there, but that is all the stitching I've done. I have a little bit of haul to show you, and I have 2 fully finished. One of them is an older one that I don't actually think I ever showed you, and the other one was finished last week. I got it framed last week, so I'm going to show you those next. Right, so I'll show you now, just in case maybe you aren't interested in the haul, but I'll show you the 2 fully finished I have. So the first one I have, I cannot for the life of me remember the name of it, but it was a Patreon chart from the Artsy Housewife. Possibly was last year. So it was this one here. And I hope you are seeing this. I'm going to lean back as far as I can. And that is that one. So I love this. And I love my framer. He does a great job. I hope you're seeing it and there's no glare. I really do. Because the light, as I say now, it's gone really dark. Or it feels like it has anyway. So that was by the Artsy Housewife. I tend not to do a thing around them. A border. I'm not sure what I can't even remember. It's completely left me. So no, I love that one. That was that. So that's been done quite a wee while. as I say, I've never, maybe on Instagram, but I haven't shown it in a video. And this is my latest fully finished, yes, FFO. I love this. I actually haven't it hung up yet because I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. But it is the Magic Bean Cafe. And I absolutely love it. So that is it. And I need to find a place in my kitchen for it. The only thing is my kitchen, I love dark colours. But my kitchen is bright. This would actually go really well out in my utility now. But because it says Magic Beans Cafe, it's more to me a kitchen, not a utility. So I have to see. I'll just whack it up somewhere, so I will. It'll be grand. But I love it. He actually showed me a frame that was gold, completely gold. It was like just a box frame, or sort of, it would have finished like a box frame. And it was all gold, like a brush gold on the outside. But underneath and on the sides was black. And I could see where he was coming from, but if you're looking at it straight on, it was very gold, which would have took away, I think, from the yellow. So we ended up, well, I ended up picking this. I don't know if he agreed with me or not, but we ended up picking this. So I love that. Need to find a spot for it. So that is my FFOs. Right, on to haul. There's only 3 here, and yes, they're all Needlework Marketplace patterns. No, sorry, 2 of them is. One of them was a gift, which was completely brilliant. These are ones that have come. One is a Tiny Modernist. She's in Canada, so she just posts direct out to us here. And the other one is Flossabilities, so she's in the UK. So those, and I have a couple of European ones that have come in as well. Puntini, Madame Chantilly. So those have all arrived. I'm trying to think, is there anybody else? No, that was everybody. I'm still waiting on the US patterns, but I'll talk about that in a wee minute. Right. Yes, haul. So first one, and I had to get this when I seen it, the minute I seen it, actually Flossabilities patterns for the marketplace were stunning. The bird Avery one, I can't even, the name's completely left my head. It is stunning. The colours in it is beautiful. But this is Wisdom of a Witch, of course. So hopefully there's no glare. This one is absolutely gorgeous. So I had to get that one. And there's 2, 4, 6, 8 colours in total on that one, so it's not too bad. So we had that one. Next is by the Tiny Modernist, and it is the Tea Goddess. I think this is stunning. Absolutely stunning. So we have that. And last but not least was Puntini. It's Seasons Houses. So there's obviously spring, summer, autumn, winter, different houses. And then this one has all 4 as one. The other ones you have to buy individually. And then this one has all 4. So I do have the individual patterns. But they are so cute and gorgeous. So there's that one there as well. I hope you actually seen that okay. It's maybe a wee bit, I'll take it out of the bag. That's it there. I'm sorry, the light today really is crap, but anyway. So that's that. So that is my haul. So the only other thing I do need to mention, as I was saying there a month ago, is Needlework Marketplace. So I have all of, as I said again, all the European and Canadian designers have sent. So they are all here. I have sent out a few that people have requested, and they're all in the shop as well. So that, the Tea Goddess, and all, and Wisdom of a Witch, all Flossabilities ones are all up on the website. So if there is ones you see, they're there. You can buy away at them, no problem. The only ones I am waiting on are all the American designers. Now, I have requested an update. I haven't received anything back yet, but what Bobby's doing is colossal, so I'm not pushing for an update at the minute, because all the designers are sending everything to her, and then she's collating everybody's orders and sending them out to everybody. So that is a monumental task. It really, really is. Whenever you consider all the designers that were part of the marketplace, and getting all them in and figuring out who goes where and what's what and all the rest. So I'm hoping within the next week, 10 days, that we'll get something through, and then I will start to get all pre-orders out, and they will be on the website as well. So that is really it. I don't think there's anything else I need to tell you. There's probably is, but that'll come into my head whenever I turn off the camera. So no, have a great stitchy week or two, and I will see you in a couple of weeks. Bye.